this section, just that little part. It'll have a name, then it branches and it changes names. It branches again and changes names, okay? So superior vena cava here, up here, right brachiocephalic vein, left brachiocephalic vein. On your sheet, on your lab day, you may write L for left, R for right, A for artery, B for vein. Okay, I'm just going to assume you know how to spell those words, okay? But you need a lot of space. All right, so the only place I am asking you the brachiocephalic artery is right here on this heart. I'm not even going to ask it on the nubbins. I don't think it's clear enough on the torso for me to ask you. It's there. I can see it, but, you know, I just don't think it's that clear. Okay, so how about this was left common carotid artery, right common carotid artery. Yes? Okay. So how about this and this? It's the large artery in your cervical neck area. So this is the right common carotid artery. This is the left common carotid artery. I will ask you that on the torso and the heart. Fair? Okay. There is no right or left common carotid vein. If you write that on your exam, my head will explode. Okay. There are only common carotid arteries. So you're saying, well, who's that guy, right? If I were naming things, these would be similar names because the rest of the places they are. But here it is not. So if this is the brachiocephalic vein, when it branches, when it goes this way under the clavicle, then we're going to call it subclavian vein. Shake your head yes. And we're going to do the same with this one over here. Now there is a right, it's right up here, but once again to me it's not that clear. So I'm probably not going to ask you that, only on that heart, okay? But to me the vein is fair game. It's very obvious on both the torsos, okay? So now, what could this be going straight up your neck? And the answer is internal jugular vein. One of these images just has jugular vein. You will only get half credit for that because it is definitely the internal jugular. The external jugular is very superficial and it spreads out all along the side of your face. It gives a lot of blood supply to your facial nerve area, okay? And we don't have that one. So please call this the right internal jugular vein, left internal jugular vein. Guess what? No jugular artery. Don't put it. Okay? Good, good, good. So, show me where the descending aorta is.
On the heart.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes, on the heart. Okay? I'm going to ask you what this structure is, either on Bobette or Pinky. What cavity is this? Thoracic cavity, so that is going to be the thoracic aorta. If you put descending aorta, I'll only give you half credit because I'm telling you now, on the heart model, call it descending, and on this model, I want it thoracic. So we're talking this large red aorta. So how about right here? What's the cavity? Abdominal. So what would this aorta be called? abdominal aorta, okay? Now, the vena cava is a little nicer to you, okay? The vena cava is only superior and inferior. That's all you got to worry about. So if it's going into the heart in the superior, it will be superior vena cava, and everywhere else will be inferior vena cava. So I will ask you on the heart. You know I'm going to ask you right here, inferior vena cava, yes. And I'm also going to ask you right here, inferior vena cava. Fair? So you will have duplicates, promise, okay? Show me pulmonary arteries on the heart.
Here.
And what color is it, Grace?
It's blue.
It's blue, and how many?
There's 2.
There's one on each side, right? Okay, show me the pulmonary veins.
Right here and there. There's 4 in there.
There's 2 on each side, and they are red. Okay, now, so with that said, these are your lungs. They're not in there. They're cut away. I mean, anyway. So I need to know what that vessel is and that vessel is. There's one blue one, so that would be
The pulmonary artery.
thank you very much. There are 2 of the red ones. What would that be?
Pulmonary veins.
I am asking that on the torso and at least twice on the heart. Okay, good. Okay, now, what else do we need to look at? When when vessels branch, they change names. Okay, so I am looking right here, and in this area, the nice thing, the artery and veins are named the same. Okay, so what I'm drawing is, this would be, okay, so if this is the abdominal aorta, right here where it branches, this is going to be the common iliac artery and vein. Okay, the vein is blue, the artery is red, so it would be right and left common iliac artery and vein. Now let me tell you what happens. It branches, and one branch goes deep into the pelvic wall, into your pelvis area. It goes deep. So let's say it does this, and it does this right here. Okay, so that's going deep if it's 3-dimensional. So only from here to here, that's the common iliac, just like the brachiocephalic, okay? So only here. So right and left common iliac. When it branches again, where it goes deep, this is the internal iliac. Internal iliac artery and vein. Okay? So that means this becomes a different name. It looks like it really does look like it's still the common iliac, but because it branched, it changes names, and that will be the external iliac artery and vein. I will ask you those. They're really not that hard. If you look on this guy, you can see where it branches deep in. Okay, so get your phones and zoom in on this. So just this section here would be the common iliac, right and left, artery if it's red, vein if it's blue. And then here, down in here, would be the internal iliac. Right here until the abdominal wall here, it is now the external iliac artery and vein. One more thing I need to tell you. After this goes through the abdominal cavity and it is right up here in your thigh. What is the name of that large thigh bone? I call it the caveman bone.
Femur.
Femur. So here, this becomes the femoral artery and vein. I will ask you both of those, and it will be on this model, or it could be on this guy. Okay? Make sure it's in the thigh area. Don't call it that up here. You can see where the perimeter of the abdomen is. So if it is here in the thigh area, you're going to term it femoral, F-E-M-O-R-A-L, artery or vein. You don't have to say the left and light. You don't have to say that because, it's only on one side. Wait, it's on both sides in you. But on the model, it's only on one side. Okay? Now, that's really, it's not hard, y'all. Are you going to have to study? Yes. Is it doable? Yes. Okay? Get your pictures. Practice your labeling, okay? You can get this and do it. Yes, even by next week. One more thing. Say hello to Zed.
Hello, Zed.
Thank you, Libby. Okay. Zed really needs to have his arms cut off because his axillary is all messed up. But, we don't want to do that. Let me tell you what I like on Zed. First of all, I think it's a great place that I can ask the heart chambers because you can see them the way that it is kind of a transverse cut. This would be the right atrium, left, now we're having problems. Right ventricle, left ventricle, left atrium. I can't see where I'm pointing. Okay. I also like Zed for abdominal aorta and inferior vena cava. Would you like a few bonus?
Yes.
Okay. I fondly call them boni for plural. That's not really real. That's Dr. Dorsey's speech. Okay. So, what word would we use for kidney? Renal. Thank you. So I think it would be fair. This is the kidney, and that renal vein is fairly prominent. That's going to be a bonus. Okay? Renal vein. This is your liver. What word do we use for liver? Hepatic. So I could point to either one of these artery or veins. And if you said hepatic artery or vein, I think that's fair. That would be a good bonus. How about one more? Okay, this is the spleen. The way you spell spleen is S-P-L-E-E-N, okay? But when you are using it as an adjective, you would say splenic artery or vein, and it only has one E. S-P-L-E-N-I-C. That would be a great bonus. Those three, because we haven't really covered those organs yet, but you can see them readily. So this is a great colon iliac and external iliac and internal iliac. I'm going to ask you this. On Z, it is the middle sacral artery. I had a moment. Sorry. Middle sacral artery. There are two more. this may look like the femoral. This may look like the femoral vein. It is not. The femoral vein has been cut away. This is a deeper vein, and it is the greater saphenous vein. I will ask that on Z. Do not call this the femoral. I will count it wrong. Okay? The only place I'm asking the femoral artery and vein are on the torso. On this model, if I'm pointing here, it is the greater saphenous vein. One more. And this is the only one in the arm I'm asking. Can you see this kind of Y right there? That is where if they need to get a fair amount of blood and not just pricking it, they're going to do a venipuncture right there in that vein. That is the median cubital vein. That's the only arm vessel that I'm asking. And I'll just tag right in this Y. And if you're not sure, say, hey, Dr. D, is that the median cubital vein? I'll say, oh, it is. Okay? So, that's it. That is all I'm asking. So you can do this, and on Tuesday, we will finish up who needed chapter, okay, 15, I will get those to you. We'll finish up chapter 15, and then we'll also try to have some lab time, and we'll review what else we're doing. Let me tell you what you can mark off on your sheet. You can mark off, I'm on the second column, cephalic trunk, you can mark off gonadal, artery and vein. However, there's a question on the gonadal, artery and vein on the lecture, and what it asks you is, what does, oh, I know what it says. It says, what vein or artery, what artery supplies the reproductive organs? And it's going to be gonadal. It's about 6 or 7 down below on the right column. Let's talk about the cardiac conduction, okay? This really is the last thing. Okay, open your right atrium and look in the superior lateral wall for, I think it's number 32. It's right on the, is that 32? Okay. That is the, hold on, SA node. Number 32 is the SA node. Now, listen closely. At one station, I am going to have 3 questions. At the top of the index card, it's going to say cardiac conduction system. That means I'm asking you about these things on the sheet. Here's what I'm asking you. The SA node. If I tag that and the card says cardiac conduction and you call it the right atrium, you're getting half credit. Because that's fair. Because I'm telling you that. Oh, here. Here, somewhere here. 15, where are you? I'm coming. Okay. But who's that? 13. Right. I have some. Darn it.
What does she need?
I may, it's gotta be see here. Ah, here.
The lecture notes.
Okay, so you may mark out AV node and AV bundle. I'm going to tell you the 3 questions I'm going to ask you on the cardiac conduction system. Okay, look, okay, if I say enter ventricular septum, I'm talking right here, this thing in the middle. You do not have to know that, that's not on your sheet. So if you open these, I'm talking about this section right here. If you look on the medial wall, do you see the white? Okay, on both sides. That is representative of nerves. And that is the right and left bundle branch. On this it says bundle of His. That's the way I learned it, but that's a proper name, so don't use that. On your sheet it has right and left bundle branch. I'm going to ask you one of those. And then there's one more I'm going to ask you. Look at the white lines on the lateral wall of each ventricle. Those are the Purkinje fibers. Both of those are Purkinje fibers. You don't have to say right or left. They're just Purkinje fibers, okay? Those are the 3 questions I'm asking you on the cardiac conduction system. Fair? Anybody gonna miss them?
No.
Please don't. All right.
So you said
So you're only asking
the A wall is.
I'm sorry?
You're only gonna ask like 3 of them.
Yes, but I don't know if I'm gonna ask the right or left one.
So no A, B,
In
and
this?
C.
No, yeah, you can mark those out.
And then
It's in the
bundle,
right
bundle, and then.
Now, that doesn't mean they go away, they exist.
Right.
But
like
those
what
are
you
just the
said,
ones I'm
49
gonna ask you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
what
that
else?
is.
I really think I'm totally done with everything.
that's where it exists.
So.
You can mark out. I really should show you the superior and inferior. Don't mark those out yet. I probably won't ask them, but I want to show them to you. I think that's everything. There will be 50 questions. There will be repeats because of the different models, but the models will only be the heart, the torso, and the Z. Okay, those will be the only 3 models, 50 questions, 3 bonus. Okay, I'm expecting phenomenal grades.
Can you show me the changes in the?
Okay, well, you,
So there's plenty of Z back there. I'll check and make sure there's a Z up in the open lab. So I am done. You may stay if you would like, but I am done. So,